Hello, I'm Corinne from the Block and Oddies FLL Team 9462. In this lesson, you will learn how to build a key navigation Myblock. I will show you how to make this Stall2Wall program so your robot can align with any sturdy surface. The first step is to open Project Properties and select the Variable tab, then select Add. Type time in the top block, then select Numeric from the pick list in the second box. Click Add again and type in Count, then select Numeric. Finally, add another and type in Power and select Numeric. Next, we will create a logic loop to control the B motor. Drag the loop icon from the orange tab, then expand to fit several blocks inside. Next, insert a motor rotation counter and select the B motor. Now insert a wait block from the orange menu. Type 0.01 for the delay. Insert another B motor rotation counter block. Then select the Math block from the red tab. Select Subtraction for the operation. Connect the first motor rotation counter block to A and the second to B. Next, select a Compare block from the red tab. Set logic to equal, then connect the Math output to A input on the logic block. Set B to 0. Select a variable block and set it up as renumeric and then select time. Next, go to the yellow tab and select the stopwatch and set compare as greater than. Select time output and connect to the threshold on the stopwatch. Select stopwatch number 8. Add a logic operations block from the red tab, then connect the equal output of the stopwatch to the A input on the logic block. Connect the output of the compare block to the B input of the logic block. Select A or B as the logic type. Change loop type to logic. Connect the output of the logic block to the loop exit input. Next, add an unregulated motor block from the blue tab in front of the loop and set to B motor. Next, select the motor icon and then configure to reset the B counter. Insert a wait block from the orange tab and set to 0.2 seconds. From the yellow tab, select the stopwatch and then select Reset and Stopwatch 8. Select all the blocks, then copy-paste them below the original. Insert a branch from the play button to both lines. Now go through the bottom line and change all the B's to C's and the stopwatches from the 8s to 7s. From the green tab, insert a large motor block at the end of each line and set to stop and brakes on. Set the top stop to B motor and the bottom stop to C motor. Next, we add a variable block in front of the 2 lines of code and set it to renumeric and set the variable to power. Next, insert a math block and set to multiply and connect the variable output to the input of the math block and set b to -1 for back to wall. Connect the output of the math block to both of the power settings on the blue unregulated motor block. Next, we need to move all the code into a loop block. Next, we need to put this loop inside of another loop. This outer loop will control how many times the robot backs into the wall. One is good if the robot is mostly perpendicular to the wall. More than once is needed if the robot is backing in at an angle. Next, we insert a number-driven switch block. Connect the loop counter output to the switch input. The first time through the loop counter will be 0. All the others will be 1 or higher. Selecting 1 as default will apply that side of the switch to everything that is not 0. The one side of the switch will be used to move the robot a little forward before backing up. This helps if your robot gets stuck in an angle. From the red tab, insert a variable block and set to read numeric and select power. From the blue tab, insert 2 unregulated motor blocks and set one to B and the other to C. From the orange tab, insert a wait block and set it to 0.15 seconds. From the green tab, insert a tank drive block and set it to stop and brakes. Connect the power variable to the blue motor box, then change the outer loop to a count loop. Next, make some room in the front of the loop to initialize the 3 variables. Insert 3 read numeric Myblocks, 1 each for time, count, and power. From the red tab, insert a read numeric variable for the count variable and connect it to the outer loop exit input. Select all the blocks except play. Then from the Tools tab, select Myblock Builder. Name your Myblock something like -Stall2Wall, select an icon, then add 3 variables. Click on the first variable, then select Parameter Icon tab and pick an icon for power. Click the second variable, then select an icon for time. Click the third variable and select an icon for count. Now select Parameter Setup tab and select the vertical sliders. Set the default to 1 and the min to 1 and the max to 5. Pick type number and count into the parameter name. Select variable 2 and type in the parameter name. Select the variable type number, set it to default value of 1. Select the vertical slider, set the minimum value to 0 and the maximum to 7. Select first variable and type power in the parameter name. Select the vertical slider and set the minimum to 10 and the default to 30 and then select finish. Now connect count to count, time to time, and power to power. Now that you're finally done making that Myblock, you could take it for a test drive. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe if you want to get our latest videos.